Thank you very much, everybody who's taken the time to tune in to this Riway presentation this afternoon, UK time. Other people are in time zones where it's actually the evening or early morning, but just really want to say, really appreciate you taking the time to join us. My name is Sam. I am privileged to be part of the Riway group, courtesy of other individuals who are already on the call now. So, for example, we've got Dr. Imran and then also Mr. Alan Lim, who's dialing in all the way from, is it Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, or Hong Kong?
Now in Malaysia.
Malaysia,
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic. Really excited to share this presentation on Riway with you. If I would ask you to just make sure you've got a piece of paper, take some notes, make some observations, and once the presentation is done, feel free to ask as many questions as you like. We want to be as engaging as possible with you in terms of sharing about this product that we are all excited about, because of the I think the testimonies, for me, it's really the testimonies which have come out of this. And we hope that at some point in the journey, you'll have the opportunity to also share your feedback on the product if you have a chance to use it. I'm going to hand over to Dr. Imran for him to once he's ready. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Okay, right. So we should begin. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Imran. My background is that I used to work in the emergency department in the emergency room, and then I became a naturopath. So I started looking at finding natural remedies to try and help with people's ailments. So one of the tools that I came across was constructed by a company called Riway. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about this company and talk about what they have to offer in terms of looking at health and wealth, which is what this is all about, and then you'll get more enlightenment about what it's all about. Okay, so first of all, Riway. So about Riway. Riway is basically a company which was founded by Dr. Lim Boon Hong, who had this vision of trying to address this problem that we have, which is a pandemic, which is more like an epidemic, really, which is all of the various different ailments that we suffer from in the world. So he pioneered this work by sourcing a lot of materials from New Zealand, and he constructed this company. Now, first of all, the first thing to mention is that when he started out, he was actually voted the 12th richest person in China. So obviously, someone like that who's embarking upon something like this kind of enterprise, it's something that people would obviously want to try and jump on board, or at least try and find out about what it's all about. So, as I said, he's the 12th richest person in Asia, and he started out in 2008. Within the first year, he was able to reach a level of $3 billion dollar company. And as of 2018, he's now turned this into a $10 billion company. So you can see over the years how he's progressed in being able to achieve what he has. Currently, Riway operates out of all of these countries, which you can see in the red. It started out in Singapore, and they moved to Malaysia, and they're in Myanmar, Indonesia, Taiwan, Thailand, Philippines, Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, and recently they've opened up one office in Poland and another office in Czechia, or the Czech Republic, formerly known as. The company meets up 4 times a year. As you can see, it's actually one of the most progressively growing multi-level marketing companies in the world, and most of these companies usually meet yearly to show that what they've achieved, and they award various awards to various people who progress through the company. These people meet 4 times a year. So what other companies achieve in a year, they achieve in a quarter of the time. So it's very, very fast growing. So you can see the last major one was in Singapore, where they had about 17.5 thousand people turning up to such an event. So you can see straight away that the company is built on quite a lot of these achievements, which it's managed to achieve in the last since 2008. So there's a lot to be said for that. And as I said, you can see from these photographs what goes on. There's a lot of people who meet up, as I said, quarterly, and they offer awards to each other for how far they've managed to produce or promote the product. So a little bit more about the product. So the product itself, before we talk about the product, the first thing we need to address is what are the kind of problems that we face in the world today. So since 2022, the World Health Organization identified 10 major killers. Top one is heart disease, stroke, which are cardiovascular diseases. You've got the lower respiratory infections, chronic pulmonary disease, lung cancer, so you've got the lungs, diabetes, which is a systemic disease affecting the eyes and also the nerves as well as the kidneys. You've got Alzheimer's, which is also cardiovascularly related, diarrhea disease, tuberculosis, cirrhosis. You've also got here the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, who also identified cardiovascular disease as one of the top killers, followed by the cancers, the neonatal disorders, other non-communicable diseases, respiratory infections, musculoskeletal disorders, list goes on. And the idea is to try and come up with some solution or something that could target all of these at the same time in some sort of pill. So what is the importance of supplements? Well, you need to have supplements to use for prevention, also for recovery, for repair, detoxification, regeneration, protection, and also lowering the 3 highs. What are the 3 highs? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, high glucose. So what Riway have done, which I can only describe, and feel free to disagree or agree, is that they've come up with what I would call the fountain of youth. Now, why do I say that? Well, as you know more about this product, you get to understand why that is. First thing I've got to say before I go on is that I can't make any medical claims about any of the things that the supplement is able to do. But what I can do is I can tell you what has been found or what people have experienced. So how have Riway managed to come up with something like this? What exactly the ingredients of this fountain of youth? One of the greatest feats of man is to be able to find the elixir of life, or as they used to say, the ambrosia. So what are the ingredients? Well, what they've done is they've used traditional Chinese medicine, mixed in with stem cell therapy, mixed in with superfoods, and put it all in this action-packed capsule. And we're going to go into each of these one by one. So traditional Chinese medicine. In the old days, there was apparently years and years and years ago, during the time of the Emperor of China, there was a doctor who used to go around and he was able to siphon or select certain ingredients that would be able to be put into some sort of a formula. And in using that formula, he found that the people or the concubines or the people who were seeing the king or the emperor at the time all managed to find very, very huge changes in their life in terms of the way they looked, in terms of their health. And the things that he was able to source was the placenta from deer. So the deer placenta has always been renowned for being something that has been beneficial towards helping in the regrowth of cells. And as you can see from this diagram here, it's a little bit there's a lot of information on here, but essentially there are different parts of the deer. You've got the tail, you've got the sinew, you've got the velvet, which is the antlers, the heart. All of these have known benefits. And with the strong and majestic body, a deer is believed to have humane soul and is also able to distinguish quality from bad pasturage. And it is an honor with the name that they call it as the divine beast. And as we can see from recent studies, the Journal of Ethnopharmacology back in 2013 identified the deer antler base has been years ago, is believed to nourish the yin, and you've got the yin and the yang, which is part of how the body is to tonify the kidneys, invigorate the spleen, strengthen the bones and muscles, and promote blood flow. And the deer antler base has been used in traditional Chinese medicine. So that's one of the sources that they have used. We now talk about stem cells. Now, what are stem cells? Well, stem cells are basically the basic form of all living things. There's unlimited possibilities of treatment boundaries and miraculous abilities. You start off with from when you're born, You have the sperm, which fertilizes the egg, produces this duplication, forms a blastocyst, and what you get is these things called pluripotent stem cells. And these stem cells will go on to produce all the different parts of the cells in the body. So inside the body, you've got the brain cell, you've got the tissue, the skin is the biggest organ in the body, as you know, the liver, the kidney, and each one of these cells are unique, but they all have a common ancestor, which is known as the pluripotent stem cell. And as we grow older, we have loads of these to begin with. But as we get older, we lose. At the age of 40, you've only got about 60%. When you get to 80, you've only got about 20% of those stem cells. And the idea is that these stem cells can regenerate or grow into those cells which your body requires. So, for example, some of those illnesses we described, cardiovascular disease, dementia, some of those will lose the cellular function. So in order to be able to reproduce that or be able to try to harness that, we rely on these stem cells to do that. So what is the problem with stem cells then? Well, first of all, there's a lot of hype, as you know. You can see that stem cells, it's an unstoppable medical science trend, many documentations about the stem cells and how they benefit and how they can help. Now, what are the problems? Well, first of all, it's very expensive, it's time consuming. It's a very expensive, painful process being able to transfer stem cells depending where the sources are from. That's another issue. Cord blood banking is one of the other things. And there's if you do the cord, then there's a risk to the unborn if it's done in vitro. Then you've got the placenta injections, which they use in the beauty salons. And then with that, there's non-professional safety concerns. A lot of these things aren't regulated. Then there's also the lifestyle. It's ineffective persistence, and you also got experience. It's very expensive. And also you've got this thing called adult stem cell banking, which is where they store these. And again, it all depends on whether you open them in time. They can actually die very quickly. So there's a lot of issues with actually using proper stem cells in this process. So is there any convenient, effective, and affordable way in which we can achieve this type of technology in here? Well, it all comes back down to what Riway have been able to do, which is to actually harness these cells from the deer. So we talked about deer placenta. They have patented this name by calling it cervicenta, which is actually the deer placenta. They've also got valvacenta, which is the deer antler. And then you've got these other three patented products, which is part of what Riway have produced, which is the ginseng. You've also got the fungi, and then you've also got this last one, which is the white strawberry, which actually are harnessed from Japan. So these five in particular are the clinically proven patented ingredients, which actually are actually used in the capsule, which actually has those benefits. Now, coming back to the stem cell, what these placenta or what these deer placenta and deer antlers are shown to do is they are able to actually mimic the actual same process that you would have with your own stem cells. So when you absorb this into the body, these stem cells cross into the gut and they get absorbed, and they then mimic any particular cell that your body requires. So for example, if you had, like, for example, some patients who suffer from, say, nervous issue or nervous problems, neurological problems, then how would they be able to get that nerve cell to regrow? So it has been shown that the way the placenta or the deer placenta cells get absorbed is they get absorbed into the body, and then they will mimic or try to regenerate into that particular cell which you require, whether it be nerve cells or cardiovascular blood vessels and all these sorts of things. And then we come on to the superfoods. So the superfoods now we have here are the poisons, which is the algae. You've got here the apple polyphenols, the lycopene, marine collagen, evening primrose oil, squalene from the shark, avocado oil, borage oil, aloe vera. All of these ingredients have very good individual superfood benefits, which help with prevention, recovery, lowering the three highs, which I told you about, lowering blood pressure, lowering cholesterol, and lowering sugar. It also helps with detoxification, protection, repair, and also it's one of the only ways to achieve an all-rounded health supplement needs by reversing the aging process. So all of these together work in synergy along with the 5 patented, proven patented ingredients, which we talked about earlier. So in summary then, the key cellular activities that these tablets produce is they produce cell protection. How does it achieve that? By protecting us from free radicals. What are the sources of that? Some of the superfoods that we mentioned in there: fruits, the vegetables, vitamin A, C, and E, coenzyme Q10, wheat germ oil. All of these can be found in the ingredients which help to protect the cell. Then you've got the cellular repair and healing, which depends on these aloe vera, which you saw, which is in there, zinc, spirulina, which is the and the marine proteins, and algae. All of these things help for cellular repair. And the last thing is cellular renewal. And this is where the live cell therapy or the stem cells, which are dependent on the deer placenta and the deer antlers, which you saw earlier, which is the patented ingredients, they will help with cellular renewal. So as you can see, by having all of those ingredients, we can achieve full cellular protection, healing, and renewal. I'm just going to show you a video about how the tablet is consumed. And you can see that when you have your capsule, it gets absorbed into the gut, and it helps to resist against the gastric acid. It gets absorbed, it dissolves in alkaline pH of 7 to 9, and it gets into the small intestine where it has its effects. And when it's absorbed into the small intestine, what you get is the villi, which is specialized for absorption. They absorb that capsule, which has the ability to release those ingredients into this particular area. And what you get here is the microvilli. The cellular membrane takes up those capsules. And what you see here at the surface is these long projections, which are called villi, which contains all the lacteals and bloods. And when this cell comes in, what happens is it mimics, or the stem cell will actually duplicate what is already there and divide, and then hopefully will target that particular organ or whichever and help with the cellular repair. And then you can see that what you get is you can get someone who's helps to reverse the aging process by helping to actually address those cellular deficits. So another thing to mention now is, what are the technologies behind this? Well, we can split them up into 7. You've got the supercritical extraction, you've got the freeze drying technology, the nitrogen-filled technology, the enteric coated technology, emulsification technology, the biosofter gel technology, and last but not least, the nano biotechnology. And each one of these we can go in turn. So the supercritical extraction is about efficiently and cleanly separating and extracting the components while maintaining up to 99% of the biological activity that the ingredients can provide. We also have the live cells can be preserved and maintain bioactivity for 3 to 4 years. We also have the nitrogen-filled technology, which displaces the oxygen and prevents the nutrients from being putrefied or oxidized or becoming rancid, which then allows the ingredients to then work and provide the end product. So it protects the ingredients. Then you have the enteric coated technology, which allows the cell to survive the gastric acid layer and get absorbed in the stomach area, and give you a 60 to 80% absorption. You have the emulsification technology, that allows for full absorption of the larger molecules via what's known as the bile-chylomicron pathway, which inside your body you have the liver. Underneath the liver you have bile, and the bile produces these salts which help to emulsify the fats and absorb these ingredients and produce a membrane around them called the chylomicron pathway, thereby allowing these nutrients to get to the targeted areas. You've got the biosoft gel technology, which ensures that the effective ingredients dissolve rapidly into the small intestine and boost the absorption. And last of all, you've got the biotechnology, the nanobiotechnology, which ensures a molecular specific targeting, which is what we talked about, where the cell goes into the body and tries to target them and mimic the cells, or the cells which are dysfunctional, and help to regenerate those parts. As I said before, we can't make any clinical expressions about what actually, at the medical level. But what we can do is we can tell you how it works, and how the kind of outcomes that people are experiencing. And as you can see, we have these reliable certifications of safety, which obviously have to go through all these checks to make sure that the laboratories that they use are fully aligned, to make sure that the sources of the ingredients are all natural and they're not laden with pesticides, to make sure that they don't have any of the other non-communicable diseases associated with those things. And also the other thing is also that that it's halal compliant, because remember, in places like Singapore and Malaysia, there's a large group of Muslim people living in that area, and they would like to know that the source of the ingredients are actually following those dietary laws. The other thing to say is that over the years, Berthier have come out with many different editions. We're now up to what's known as the 7th edition, and what I've laid out here is all the different editions, and it shows you what they started off with. They started off with deer placenta, which has been consistent throughout, which was the patented ingredient. They start off with the bee larvae, which they discontinued, and then you have aloe vera, borage oil, squalene, and you can see how over the last 15 years, how they've managed to progress through the years in terms of improving the product over the years, and people experiencing the benefits. And what's usually advised is that you take up to 1 to 4, so usually 2 capsules twice a day for the first month, followed by 1 capsule twice a day for the last 6 months. And that way you can have 7 bottles will last you 6 months. So the first 2 months you'll finish 2 bottles. In 1 month, you'll finish 2 bottles, because you're having 2 tablets twice a day. So you use up the 120 tablets in the first 2 months, and then the last 5 months, you're taking 1 tablet twice a day. So you use up the last 5 bottles in the remaining 5 months. The other thing to mention is one of the other patented ingredients is the nuclear clavum, which is the white strawberry, which is a new addition, and that has been shown to be anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-tumor, nourishing the effect of the blood vessels and lymphatic system, reducing the heatiness, detoxing, promoting blood circulation, balancing the autonomic nervous system, regulating the hormones, relieving and increasing stress resistance. And the long-term use is that it can strengthen the body's immune system, reduce the lipid oxidation, which is by the damage from free radicals, and replace the need for a Western medical diet. And these things, and also the Western medical drugs like the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, they protect the liver, they improve superoxide dismutase, which is antioxidant, and protect the pancreas. So as you can see, it has all the ingredients to help to protect the immune system, and all the things that we have experienced in the last few years. We've all suffered from COVID, so you could see a capsule like this would be very beneficial for those kind of people as well. Last things to say is that this again shows you the progression of the tablets, and then you've got the different ingredients that we talked about. So what we'll do now is we'll finish that presentation here, and we'll go straight on to some testimonials.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imran. Sorry, just realized I am off camera. I'm now joined by Mr. Chong as well. He's been able to arrive next to me. I just wanted to I guess, check whether anybody had any questions before we went into some of the testimonials, just to give you a chance to perhaps ask anything. I appreciate a lot has been shared. And for me, I always find that I have to attend at least 2 or 3 of these events just to really get to the grips of understanding the product and its potential, right? But I just wanted to give an opportunity in case anybody has any questions that they would like to ask. Okay, if there's no questions right now, then what we will do is we'll start to share some testimonials in terms of individuals who have used the product, and I guess the feedback that they've provided themselves, or actually the impact that it's had on their life. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind putting it, fantastic. Dr. Imran, do you want to talk you through, or you want me to do it?
No, I'm happy to go through it. Yeah. Okay. So what we have here is one of the patients here who had a stroke, and as you can see, the guy in the middle with the red trousers. Initially, he started off like this, and as you can see, after having the treatments, he started after 5 to 6 months. He was able to use his Zimmer frame. He was then able to use walk without them. And now you can see, as a result, how he's benefited from just using the Pertier capsules during that period. This is a patient who had before these lesions in the hand, and as you can see, after using the tablets for 4 weeks, you can see some massed improvement in terms of the skin coloration and the healthiness of her hands. This is a guy who also had DVT, which is a clot in the legs, and you can see from here he actually benefited from taking the capsules.
Yeah, consider cheap already, compared with the medical.
So there, they're illustrating the fact that, you know, we have these ingredients that we use in the Western world that we're used to, but this is a chap who used just these supplements alone, and he was experiencing benefits, because as we saw, you can see how these capsules can target the cardiovascular system and help with that. This is a child, if you look on the left, you'll see how his eyes are all closed up and his puffy face. And after using the capsule, you can see how a marked change there is in his symptoms. This here is a patient who had hand and foot and mouth disease. And again, even with these viral illnesses, just by taking the right supplements, as we mentioned earlier, it helps to strengthen the immune system. And in so being able to do that, he obviously benefited from some of this, as you can see from his hands and feet, how they've improved over that period.
And I guess I just wanted to add, before you went on to the next one, Dr. Imran, that actually supplements are safe for children as well. So there's a technique in which you would be able to give it to children, but this is something that is holistic enough for your whole family, from for the youngest to the eldest. Thank you, Dr. Imran.
And obviously, the other thing to mention on that is, to back up that, is the side effects. One of the major things is what you have with all of these other medications, certainly from the pharmaceutical industry, is that they suffer from a lot of the side effects that supplements don't necessarily have. So that's another thing to take into account, which is why it would be safe for children. So it's just like feeding a child. If you feed the child has to eat. So having these supplements is equivalent of having what would be normal nutrition, but just advanced nutrition. This is a lady again. You can see from the beginning, from the left, how she's improved her skin tone from the 18th of January 2015 right up to September the following year. She was on the different editions, because they only had the edition 4 before, and then became edition 5, edition 6. And as you can see the progression of how the skin tone, the color, and the hair and everything was improved. This is a chap who's a very known smoker. On the left, you can see what he looked like before, and this is what he looks like afterwards. This is a chap who had foot ulcers, and you can see ulcers are quite a debilitating disease. It goes right through the feet. And this is a chap who should have been signed up for amputation. And as you can see, by having had these supplements, you can see that his wound healing is repaired, and he then was able to forego having the amputation because his cellular regeneration had improved remarkably. And there he is, fully able to stand. Otherwise, if he hadn't, he wouldn't be there today with that leg. So that's him again. Then you got Mrs. Ting, who was suffering from eczema, and you can see with just a few weeks, you can see the skin coloration over her forehead and how that's improved over just a matter of weeks. And this is another chap who had eczema all over his back and feet. And once again, you can see how this particular capsule can help with eczema, which is a very debilitating illness, because what it does, it causes the cells in the skin to multiply and divide very quickly and cause this scaly appearance, which, as you can see, by using the supplement, he's able to not exhibit this scaly appearance and have what would be regarded as a normal skin tone and color of his back. And this is a lady before and after. You can see how the skin is nice and tightened up, and all of these droopy eyelids and what have you was improved. And the same with this chap. And as you can see, this is the patient on the left. You can see here how he's producing what's known as the Parkinsonian sort of tremor. This is a chap who was 87 years old. And after having taken the Pertier, you can see on the right how he's got more control. His hand coordination is better, and he's able to play dominoes, and he hasn't got that shaky appearance. And this is again another lady who you can see from before and after how she's improved. This is her on the left, where you can see she's walking along with a Zimmer frame, and on the right, after using Pertier, she can stand up off the chair and actually walk without any aids at all. This is another lady with the same sort of problem. You can see on the left how she's unable to kind of stand up very quickly, struggling, taking small steps, very difficult, finding it very difficult, having to hold on to everything. And you can see as she's walking, how she's having to struggle compared to afterwards. Same lady. So this is a lady who actually took 11 capsules on the first day, and within a day, you were able to experience those benefits. So again, thus illustrating how the capsule has all the ingredients to help address a lot of those issues that solved a lot of those problems. But again, as I said before, we can't make any medical claims, but what we can do is we could show you before and afterwards, and the testimonials usually speak for themselves. This is the same lady again, as you can see, how she's got all that energy and power to walk up all of those stairs. You can see how and she just keeps going on. That's her again there. And here you got some other people, same sort of issues. This chap here on the left again, you can see he's struggling with the 2 sticks. And then again, you can see, look, just by taking the Pertier, gone from using the sticks to walking without, and now showing off from the far right there, running it. There's again before and after. This is a chap who had, again, diabetes, high cholesterol, all of the illnesses that a lot of the elderly now present with. And as you can see with this chap on the left, you see how he looks there, and after using Pertier, how his hair's grown back. and he looks a little bit more healthy, and that's him fully clothed, and obviously experiencing the benefits of having had those supplements. There's another chap again, struggling to walk. And you can see now, after using the Pertier, he's now showing off doing his exercises. So this is our main man in chief, who, again, as you can see, how he's become younger after being exposed to these supplements. You can see even in the healthier individuals, you can see the benefits. It's not just for people who have got chronic illness. There's also, you're going to find people who are otherwise fit and healthy. They will also experience benefits and benefit from the cellular regeneration. And I'll let Mr. Alan Lim explain his testimonial just at the end of this presentation. And as you can see here is another lady who was suffering. She had a large breast, left breast removed. Again, cancer, as you saw on that list, was one of the second major killers. And this is a lady who also had mild stroke because of the medication she was on. And as you can see, this is what she looked like before, and this is what she looks like now. And this is another individual who had some very poor blood counts, who, again, having had the supplements, saw some benefits. You can see on here at the bottom, there's the results. And as you can see, the markers have improved. I think you got albumin 2015, 49.4. Or was it globulin? And then it's gone down 30.8. So, oh yeah, the gamma GT, yeah. So the gamma GT is usually an indication of liver issues. And as you can see, right back in 2015, he had a value of 439, and then it's gone right down to 157, thus illustrating that because of cellular regeneration, the liver's improved. So this patient obviously benefits with just the supplements alone. And here we have a chap who was on the respirometer. And as you can see, look, there he is on the right, standing up there, holding his bottle. So you can see even with the lung, which was one of the, I think it was the third, fourth, and fifth major causes on that list I showed you earlier, how he improved on that as well. So you can see how this not only just affects just one particular ailment, it can benefit from all kinds of ailments by taking these supplements. And here again, another person totally bedridden and now up and sitting down on the trolley, sitting down on the wheelchair, and clearly walking around as well, having been on supplements. And this is her again. And then you've got this young child, some of these children. Now, the other thing is a lot of children as well have got some debilitating illnesses as well. In this particular case, he had a hearing deficit. And just by being on the supplements, managed to experience some benefits. If you look on the left, you'll see the girl's just sitting there, not moving, sitting in one place, struggling to get up. You can see that, and you can see the gait, not really able to stand up and get full control. But on the right, same child running around in the background. You can see, sorry, the same child walking on the right with the red. You see, so clearly a massive improvement in the ability to move. So you can see again how the supplement has benefited her in that respect. This is a lady who had a damage to the spine, I believe. You can see on the left how the MRI scan shows the cross-section or the lateral aspect of the spine. And you can see here the white represents the nervous tissue. And if you look on the right-hand side, you'll see it's thicker as it goes down, which would indicate that there has been some improvement in the way in which the nerves have grown. So again, this is a lady who suffered from that, and clearly after supplements, she was able to do this testimonial.
Puncak Sempat itu orang ke Puncak Sempat saya
So just imagine you had someone there who had back problems, vertebral problems, wouldn't be able to stand based on that that vertebral. You saw that MRI scan, and look at her; she's standing there, quite comfortable, holding a tray and eating her food at an event. And again, we have a few more examples here. This chap here, I think he had HIV, I believe, and just by taking the supplements, he's improved on that. And look at the difference from the left to the right. And look at him now, dressed in a suit with our commander-in-chief there. And then you have again another chap here who had diagnosed with diabetes. He couldn't lift his hands and legs. His right eye was blind. As I said, diabetes usually affects the nerves, the eyes, and also the kidneys. And as you can see, after being on the supplements, you can see the vast improvement between the left and the right. And I believe this chap is quite high up in the business, because not only has he benefited from the health perspective, he's also gone on to benefit from the wealth perspective, which we can talk about afterwards. And that's him again. And that's what he drives. So there you go. So this gives you a full, and this is a guy who had, if you look on the left picture, you'll see his head looks slightly, sunken in, which is usually due to some, usually what happens is you can have a tumor or something growing there. So they remove that and you have this massive depression there. And then after August, September, after 2 months, look at the difference. And same with this guy, he's managed to regrow that part of the scalp and allow him to, move on from this debility. And just imagine how this can be quite debilitating, looking in the mirror every day, looking at that, and look how it's improved. So it has benefits from the aesthetics as well as the organ issues or degeneration, cancer as well. So I think we'll end there, because this again shows you the progression in terms of reverse aging. So in October 2016, you can see within a month how all of these eagle claw, if you look at the right side of the eye, you can see how the creases form what's like an eagle. They call it eagle's claw sign. And as you can see on the 22nd of November, how that all has started to disappear, and just by being on the supplements alone. And that's him there again. So what we'll do is we'll end off by explaining that, as you can see, the company in itself, through using the supplement, is actually very beneficial from the health perspective. And one of the other opportunities that you could benefit from following from this is that it's a great business opportunity if you want to be part of this company. And some of the benefits include they have an experienced and righteous management system in place. It's a unique product, as you can see. They have a very good high reward system. So when you join this company, there are various benefits that you get in terms of promoting. If you wish to promote it, you can get the benefits from the health, but now this is going on to the wealth, which we will discuss at another time. But I just thought I'd give you an introduction to that. It's a highly efficient support system. You also have practical and professional education training system to help you to promote the product and get the benefits from that. And it's a great potential market, especially now, as you can see, the world is going through a lot of health issues, immunity problems, as you can see, and cancers and all the other things. So by actually being part of this business, you can benefit from the health side and also the wealth side. So the revenue has been over $1 billion US. So you can see straight away that by being part of this business, you could also get a piece of that as well. And its most promising international enterprise, fast, bright, and steady steps, moving towards a global platform. So I'll end there. This is again, a few pictures showing you how the family has grown. And I'll hand over back to one of my colleagues, Alan, and Sam, who will take it from there. Okay.
Cool. No, thank you very, very much, Dr. Imran. Really appreciated. I would love, Mr. Allen, if you wouldn't mind just coming on to perhaps just share your testimony of how you found out about Riway and how it went on to not just change your family's health, but then subsequent your life. And then I want to then questions, because there are some great questions which have been asked so far, which I think we can really address on. So thank you very much, Alan.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good evening, everyone. I think in Malaysia evening, in your place is afternoon. Okay. I'm very happy to see you all very aggressive, and I think you all has I think 6 months ago I bring on the petir to the London, and together with AK Chong, and a lot of your people try the petir, and you see all the effect. Then after 6 months, then you all come out and share this good news and this product to help more people. Yes, same like me, like because my parents got some sickness. My father got diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol for past 30 years. And at that time, I didn't know about petir. And also my mom have a leg problem, joint problem, and always complain pain. And last time I'm the IT person. That's why I not familiar about health program or health thing. And once my friend sharing about this petir to me, and I really saw my friend how's his look, because I know my friend for 15 years, and after he taking petir, after 6 months he look younger. That's why I very query. I want to know what is the product. And same like today you are listening like Dr. Imran sharing. Yes, I listen of that the stem cell, how this stem cell regenerate, and this stem cell can put in the capsule, and I want to give to my parents to try the product. After my parents use for 2 weeks only, 2 weeks, then my mom calling me, and she say ask me to go back home, and he cook for me. Once I go back, I saw my mom. I asked my mom, how's your leg? He say very good, now my leg no more pain. And my father, the diabetes and also the dizzy also improvement, no more dizzy, and he still can drive the motorbike. It's just between 2 weeks. I saw this is a very special, because my father, my mom have more than 10 years and 30 years of this type of problem. The doctor don't have any solution. Even my parents go and try other supplement, and Chinese medical also didn't see any improvement. But after taking petir for 2 weeks, I see a lot of difference. I see this is a very good product. That's why I starting to share this to my customer and my friend. Yes, and I be involved this business about 12 years already. I starting on 2012. That's why I saw this product is quite special, and a lot of medical they cannot help one, but this petir can help. I see a lot of testimonial, because in our country, in Malaysia, Singapore, and in Indonesia and Southeast Asia, we have a lot of testimonial. Okay, a lot of testimonial. Even we have a kidney disease, we have cancer patient, we have a HIV/AIDS. You know, this type of disease in the hospital, they don't have any solution. But I saw a lot, many testimonial. They are recovery because of this petir. That's why this is I see is a very good potential, because this is not a drug. That's why a lot of people know about what is the medical they giving us, right? That's why we don't like it. That's why this is a very good. This is a natural. Is a food supplement. It's a food. That's why we have a food certificate by New Zealand. That's why this is very safety to take. Everyone also need to take, because now the day disease is too much. Okay, and everyone need to take care our own health, because if we down, is the whole family will down too. That's why now the problem is a one person is a whole family problem. That's why we need to take care. That's why I see this as a very good potential, and I doing this for 12 years. And I saw somebody post about ask me about how this capsule target critical tissue. Okay, and in this simple to explanation to you, Emma right? Okay, you still there, right? Okay, actually from this capsule, they have a 14 ingredients in the capsule. 14 ingredients. All five ingredients is patented by the Riway. Okay, and the most powerful, I can say powerful in this capsule is a stem cell, because the stem cell, okay, is called they can do the regenerate. Okay, that's why they have a technology. When I starting, I also don't believe about this thing, but my friend asking me, you believe of technology? I say yes, because I saw handphone, they have handphone technology. Okay, last time don't have 5G, now they have 5G. Maybe in the future they have 6G, 7G. But now car also have electric car. They say have technology. But I say capsule, can the capsule can get the light cell? A lot of the doctor, they are using stem cell by injection. We know we live for stem cell, but they all in injection. But I saw if they have a technology can give the stem cell put into the capsule, because by the technology, yes, I believe, because that capsule also have a modern technology. That's why now this capsule is very special. When you take it into the body, they will like a swim. They can swim in your body. Okay, they go through your blood, your vessel, and go to the whole body. That's why they need to take for 6 months. That's why the whole part of body, they need to go there for duplicate. It means they duplicate more stem cell and repair or generate more cell in your body. Every part of your body tissue, he will go and duplicate more good cell for you. Then you will look healthy and younger. Okay. And another question is, there is a friend brother who won one kidney only. At 30 years old, that a kidney failure, him was on dialysis a month until he received a kidney transplant. 10 years on the transplant, kidney function start decline. He's now around 40 years old and was told kidney may need to be replaced. Will this capsule help restore the transplant kidney to avoid another transplant? I say yes. This stem cell, this bacteria can help for duplicate more cell and fix or repair your kidney problem. Okay, no problem. And do you have a patient organ transplant that use the capsule? Yes, we have this type of patient. Yes, they have been changed the kidney and they taking this bacteria and for their own use, and they look more healthy and until today very good. That's why this is no problem. Yeah, because in kidney disease, we have a many testimonial. I you talk about kidney, the problem, and this bacteria, they help a lot of help a lot of people, especially a lot of testimonial kidney. A lot, even somebody they have a kidney for 1 day, 1 week for 5 times dialysis, and after taking the bacteria, only 1 week you just go 1 time. And some case like ladies have kidneys for last 3 years, and after taking the bacteria for 15 months, then doctor say he no need do the kidney disease anymore, and until today already more than 3.5 years. And that's why we have a plenty of the kidney disease. Okay, and they taking the bacteria definitely will help, because bacteria is a stem cell and also have another 14 ingredient in the capsule, all the human need. That's why this is, we need, everybody need this supplement put into our body, look our body more stronger and younger. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Alan. And Amel, you asked, just to reiterate the question you asked, right, in terms of, how does it work, or how does it target the particular cells? So, and the example I like to give is, when you've got a headache, right, and the doctor will tell you to take paracetamol, right? We don't know how it works. None of us are medically trained to know how it works, but instinctively, it knows how to target the brain or target where the pain is, right? And so with Pertier and its stem cell technology, it also has that effect, right? The ability to actually understand which part of the body is lacking in a certain nutrient, in a certain additional, benefits that it needs, and that's where it goes and attacks the strongest. So it's certainly one of the, I think some people are the eighth wonder of the world, right? But stem cell technology, it's something that we are all familiar with, and the fact that we've now got the ability to have it available as a live cell through this Pertier is something that I've really been interested in supporting. And just to also offer, right, don't just take our word for it alone. There are individuals who are currently in the UK, and they are also using Pertier. We are happy to put you in touch to get their independent feedback. There are people who are in Malaysia or all over the world who we are happy to invite onto another call like this, and you can ask those interesting questions, because somebody who goes through a certain pain knows the right questions to ask to be able to know, is this person really genuine? So we are more than happy to have other people who've gone through similar symptoms come on the board or be introduced to you so that you can really ask and understand yourself as well. Yeah. I want to give an opportunity for Mr. AK to say a few words.
Welcome everyone. Today I expect much more people. Unfortunately, I think it's a tube or whatsoever. I'm late as well. I was rushing here. After 2.5 hours, I managed to arrive here. So I'm very sorry, apologize. I thanks this my partner Sam and also Dr. Inram, our good partner. They take care of everything. So if you have question, you're most welcome to ask. I go to one presentation. Okay. So in future, if you have, if your business grow a bit, I would love to do it in the hotel, in the live presentation, so everyone can, can communicate with each other. So Alan is coming on the 25th. If you have a bigger group, you're most welcome. We can all get in the place and then we do it itself. Provided you get enough, we have 20 people, I don't mind to get a hotel, so we can do a talk at hotel particularly. Okay, if you have any question, you are most welcome to call me. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chong. Look, we really appreciate that a number of people have taken the time to be with us this afternoon. What we will just say is, whoever introduced you to this event today or told you about it, if you want to hear more, please just go back to them, ask them the question in terms of, if they want to speak with people that have already been taking the supplements and their own testimonies, etc. Just go back to whoever referred you, and they will be able to guide you on how to either attend a future presentation, or if you're really interested in actually buying the product, then we can certainly arrange that for you as well. Dr. Imran, any closing words before we close, please?
Yeah, just wanted to expand on the last question about the targeting. Somebody asked a question about how the capsules can target a particular tissue. One of the technologies as part of this supplement is something called nanobiotechnology. And with the nanobiotechnology, they can actually get the molecules to target the various cells in the body. That's one of the other technologies which has been incorporated into this. So what you have is what's known as the intrinsic cell regulating mechanism, where the body has to prioritize what it needs to fix. So in this way, by using this technology, we can actually target those areas depending on what the ingredients are. So all of those superfoods, all of those, as Alan mentioned, the stem cells which comes from the deer placenta and the deer antlers, they are geared towards helping to regenerate the cells which are dysfunctional in the body, and this is why you might start to see some of the benefits that you've seen in all of the testimonials. So just wanted to add that in because nanobiotechnology is a new nuanced technology which has been introduced specifically for that, to help to improve the way in which the supplement works. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imran. We are happy to take any other questions in case anybody has one. We've just seen a question. So there's a question that's been posted. Dear stem cells are not human cells. Wouldn't the body see them as foreign cells? Very, very good question. Very, very good question. I will let Dr. Imran or Alan take this up, but before they do, I guess what I would say is this, right? Sometimes we it's a very good question to ask, because it's relevant. How I sometimes try and break these things down to simplify it is, many of us regularly consume things like beef, chicken, goat. Many people have different delicacies, right? And lamb, etc. And depending on perhaps what you believe or what you've been taught growing up, each of those different animals have benefits to your body, right? So when we are focusing on a specific type of animal which has certain key benefits that help to regenerate the body, it is widely known that the deer and its properties is one of those animals itself, right? So they are effectively at the top of the list from a regenerative potential. So that is why we are, focusing on that. There are others which others will use. So look, go and do your research on the internet, right? You'll probably find out about people using goat cells and others as well, right? But for us and sorry, Billy, can you mute yourself, please? Or maybe let's try and Dr. Imran, could you mute Billy, please? Thank you very much. Sorry, it's just this. I think he's just using the. Just mute him if you don't mind, please. Billy Costello, just press the top right-hand button. I'm unable to do so. So apologies for that introduction. Yeah, so just to say, yeah, the deer is certainly recognized as one of those animals with very good regenerative potential. But Alan, Dr. Imran, if you want to add anything else. Thank you.
Okay. Let me explain a little bit about this. Last time I also same question like this. Why we don't use human cell? Yeah, but actually, let's say somebody, let's say they have a disease like any disease on the heart, liver, or whatever. They in the hospital they can use other animal to replace. They use a pig one, okay? They use a cow one to replace. Why the cells is different than not a human cell? They are pig, the liver part, maybe they are cow or liver part. Why they use a animal? Because the cell is very special. Okay, we call it the embryo stem cell. It's not a normal stem cell. And you talk about this technical, because a scientist, they know, if you really reading our this rich and famous stem cell book, they will explain to you why we use the deer stem cell. Yeah, deer stem cell is the best, and because it's very near to the human. And also this company, okay, already in 16 years already in the whole in Singapore, in Southeast Asia is 16 years, okay, and I already use for 12 years, okay. It's no problem, and a lot of people is benefited. That's why we have a many thousand or million of a testimonial every day. We have a testimonial because of this benefited about this stem cell, fertile stem cell. That's why deer stem cell is no problem, okay, don't worry, because hospital they also can use other animal part to replace for the human, okay. Nothing wrong, okay.
And Amel, what I would thoroughly recommend, and this is what we've all had to do as part of coming along this journey. Alan shared the fact that when he first heard out about the product, he was very skeptical. Always keen to understand, what the doctor said, right? But ultimately, they say the truth is in the pudding, right? And the evidence and the testimonies which have come out is what ultimately leads us to believe that this has great potential. So, two things I always say to people, or maybe three. Please go ahead and research, firstly, about Riway. Yeah. No, maybe the firstly is about stem cell. Secondly, about the company Riway. And then thirdly, the challenge I propose is this: go into your kitchen, your cupboard, your medical cupboard, pick the name of one of the companies that produces the medicine, yeah, and then you Google and find out about all the potential legal claims that have gone against them. So your AstraZeneca, your Pfizer, etc., right? Your Johnson and Johnson, and compare that to Riway or the Puerto product, and you will, I think, have clear evidence that clearly something's going on in a positive way with this product compared to the well-known brands which we are promoted with and encouraged to take, but the history of their track record speaks for itself in terms of the number of court cases, etc., etc. So please, we're not here to influence, but we just want people to be able to go off and do their own due diligence to open their mind and understand that there are potential alternatives to what we are told. We've all been through this period of COVID. I never like to use that word. I can't even remember the last time I used it. And we all know what we were told about certain products being safe and effective. I'm not going to say anymore, but I think all I'll leave it is please do your continue to do your research. Another question that you've said is pigs are genetically close to humans. This is very interesting and exciting. Yes, very, very interesting and exciting. Any known side effects? There are no known side effects. What you will, however, experience are improvement reactions. Yeah, improvement reactions. What do I mean by that? So I'm going to actually give my own testimony from having used this product for the last, I think, 2 months. I'm relatively new in my journey, but from what I've noticed already in terms of improvements are perhaps 2 key ones, and I'm hoping for a third one to come. So the first improvement reaction that I had was I was sleeping much, much better. And how I know that I sleep much better is how vivid or how deep and long my dreams are. Right? I work in a very strenuous job in an environment whereby I am literally up until about midnight every day, and I wake up, or at least the children wake me up around 5, 6 a.m. So my ability to have a strong and deep sleep is very important because that's what allows me to really regenerate, right? So that was what I first noticed, that I was actually, even though I was going to sleep late, I was getting into a deep cycle of sleep. And many people know if you're not able to get good quality sleep, no matter how short or long, that will impact on your health, right? So that for me was the first one. So that was my first improvement reaction. My second improvement reaction was my adrenaline. So I remember taking the supplements at night before I went to sleep, and I realized, wow, the amount of energy and adrenaline that I needed, and I was like, wow, I wish I had known about this feeling the night before when I was working on a deadline, right? So I felt lots of adrenaline running through my body. My heart was really, I was as if I was really excited. So for me, those were the first two improvement reactions that I've had. I'm hoping for another testimony, which in a few weeks I want to share as well. So that's for me. I'm happy for others to share who have used it, to share theirs. Dr. Imran, Mr. Tong as well, just to give you some other voices.
I don't have anything except sleep. I really slept.
Yeah. Lily, are you in? Are you can share a little bit about your testimonial? I hear the Lily testimonial is quite strong.
Okay.
Lily,
Are you-
are you able to come off mute and share your testimony?
Hello.
If you're speaking, don't. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Lily.
Hi. Hi everyone. Yes, in fact, this particular I was given a few bottles many months ago, and I never, like, I was skeptical like everyone else. So it was in my living room drawer for a long time until Alan came, and he gave his testimonial and about his parents and all that, and that prompted me to go and take the particular. So I had this what you call a plantar fasciitis for many years already. So I used to go to the specialist to have steroids injection to relieve my pain, and it was very painful, even though they give, like, pain, what you call anesthetic. So it was good for 3 months. I had no pain after the steroid injection, but after 3 months it came back again. So I had it for, after the steroid injection, I had 3 months, and then after that came back, and all the while I couldn't get rid of the pain. So friends used to tell me how to massage the tendon, at the bottom of the feet. And my son started to massage every month, every night. He said, I will massage you to relieve the pain. That is only like, like if you go for a massage, you feel relaxed. And the next day, it's the same. So I've been living with that. And I was thinking of going for another steroid injection, So until this particular came along, I was also diagnosed with osteoarthritis by the GP on my two hands. I have pictures on my hand, the knuckles all swollen. And I have my shoulder and my right shoulder and my right leg osteoarthritis. So after taking Patia, miraculously, I'm very emotional, I mean, about the results of this Patia. So the pain is all gone, and I used to have anemia. I get up many times at night, and now I don't have enough sleep. So after Patia I only took like 3 weeks so far, 3 weeks on Patia, and I could sleep very well. So yeah, sleeping is very good, and the pain that is gone. Yeah, and my younger son also took Patia after seeing Ellen. So he took for his pimples. He got lots of pimples on the face, even behind his ears. And now all his face is very smooth. I don't know whether he took pictures or not before, but one day you can meet him and he see his face very smooth. Yeah, so that is my testimonial, and I'm very excited, to share with people, how you can help people and not taking all these, painkillers and all that, which has other side detrimental, debilitating, effects on your body. Now I have many stories, like I have like what do you call that? Acne rosacea as well. So I used to go on drugs, that cost me. One day I will explain, when I have more time. I think the presentation is quite long. How it affect me so badly, my skin, after the antibiotics that you take orally. Yeah, I was having very bad acne rosacea some years ago. Yeah, so that is my testimony, So yeah, thank you very much for listening.
No, Lily, thank you very, very much for taking the time to share this. Look, for those who are on the call for the first time, right, none of us knew what the other person was going to say in terms of their testimony. So the fact that one of the early improvement reactions that people are getting is the sleep, for me, like, Your sleep is essential because that's the period of time that your body is getting to really regenerate itself. And so if you're able to get into that deep state, that's your state of almost a calmness, right? And it allows your body to do what it needs to do. So really great testimonies. Look, sometimes I feel jealous, right? That all the great testimonies have come out of Asia. And I'm jealous, but I'm actually encouraged, because what does that mean? We have the great potential to actually have the UK as a great hub that is also generating testimonies for people to actually understand that there are alternatives. Many of us are probably all very, very health conscious, right? This isn't the first time we are attending a presentation about a supplement, about something that can help change our lives. And look, it goes to say, right, there is no one quick fix. If you have certain ailments, etc., yes, consult with your doctor, but you need to take control of your health. If I call it COVID-19, if COVID-19 taught me anything, is that I can never afford to have somebody control my health. Tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, right? Our nature, our inherent nature of I guess, the outside air, the sun, etc., that is all very important. So somebody who comes along and restricts my ability to do that, it doesn't make sense, right? So my favorite phrase now is, you pay for the health that you deserve. In the UK, we are privileged to have the NHS, right? And when it's needed for really, really essential things like an operation where you've broken your leg, it's great. But for your day-to-day long-term health general care, you need to take control of that. And unfortunately, we all know visiting GPs, if you're lucky, they'll see you for 5 minutes, and what they will give you is a prescription. After a week or so, if you're not seeing any improvements, what will they do? They will either double the prescription, or they'll write another one. So I asked myself, hold on, am I the one who is being used as the test dummy, right, for these medications, or do they really, really know what it's for? Because what I now also do is any medication that a member of my family gets, I take time to read the side effects. And if I see that the side effects are longer than the so-called benefits, I become very, very skeptical. So as I said before, please do your research, take time to find out, ask questions, and we were more than happy to help. I'm conscious of the time, but I think it's important that we answer these questions which were raised, so that at least you've got the ability to go off and have a bit of guidance when you are doing more research. Amel, I guess as the question was posed to you, in terms of the questions that you posed and the responses, if you want to come off mute and perhaps give comments if what we've shared today has been useful. Thank you. If you're speaking, you're on mute, but if not, happy for you if you want to drop a message into the chat. I appreciate it. You might be busy.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you, AK. Thank you, Imran. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. I think ML maybe have any question. Maybe you can call the person was invite you to come in. Yeah. Then we will one to one or to explain to you more. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Hi. Thank you so much. Yes, I was invited by AK Chong. And I found this presentation very interesting, truly. And I'm not on my own. I'm with a friend of mine also watching and listening. And we're both quite interested to try the product, particularly my parents. So I have a dad who is diabetic, and my mom suffers from arthritis. So to see the effect of the capsules, I'm thinking, let them try it instead of me, because I don't have any really issue apart from some backaches, and who doesn't suffer from backaches? But I prefer to use my parents as a guinea pigs. Well, not what I mean, but their issues are very prominent, and if I see a benefit with that, then that would be really amazing, just amazing.
I would say people who have more serious problem, I should take at least take 2 bottles, you will see it. Because 2 bottles is only for 1 month, you know.
Yes.
So because you will see effective. I'm very sure you will see the effective of the putti. Believe me. After going through so many testimonial, you know, I come to the conclusion. Only few people I spoken. Almost everyone come and give me a testimonial at the moment. There are some people they are waiting for their parents to take. So I'm just waiting them to come back. So your friend today are very interested. I hope you'll come back to me. So come on board. I know that you know a lot of people. You can share with them. It's good.
I do. Yes.
Help
Yes.
people, help issue. You know. Anyway, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. It'd be nice to be put in contact with people in the UK who have started the products, so we can discuss with them the outcome.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for tonight. I think you all give off a lot of time here. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I will see you all again in London. I will welcome very soon on this 25th of April. And who really interested, okay, just contact who invite you one and just contact them back. Okay, I will see you again once I'm in London. Okay. And I also one more. We have a company event in this Poland and 6th of May. You who are interested, please contact AK Chong and we will arrange how we going there. Okay. As existing now, we have 4 persons going there already. Poland on the 6th of May. Yeah. That's why everything who interested want to know more about the company, then you contact your invitation people. Okay, introduce people. Okay, or you can contact AK Chong. Okay, thank you.
I have a room for 2 person. I have a free room for 2 person. All you have to do is to buy your ticket. 2 of them in the room. Hi Maggie, how are you? Okay, I just tell you, on the 4th to 7th, I have a room, a 4-star hotel room, free. Whoever come, every 2 of them, 2 girls, 2 women or 2 men, so you can get a room for free. Okay, they are not cheap room. All you have to do to get the flight as soon as possible. Let me know as soon as possible you want to come to Poland, have a look. They just started on 10th of January. Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you for everyone. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate your time. We'll call it a day, and we will obviously keep having these presentations. So look out for the next one in case you want to invite your friends and family along. Take care, all. Have a good
Thank you.
afternoon.
Thank you so much for that.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.